Hello, 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 everybody. Hopefully the internet is okay. I'm using the hotel's internet, so if it's a little fuzzy or something like that, I do apologize. I'll be able to re-upload it, and it should be clearer if it's blurry. But what's up, everybody? Good morning. It's morning. Let's go ahead and start the show. Listen, Funky Dineva want to slap somebody. I wish he would slap this one old couple, but we'll move on from that. But what's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2 coming to you live from Reno. Let me say what's up to the people before we start. What's up, Yolanda? How you doing? Yes, I am at peace. Yes, I am having a good time. Losing my money, but it's keeping me distracted, right? But I got to work now because now that I'm spent up all my money, right? Anyway, what's up, Nurse Jazz? How you doing? What's up, Lena? Shout out to our cuz Stephanie. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all you do. Thank you. I know it's early for you, huh? What's up, Mark? Shout out to Mark Nash TV. Akuna Matata, what's up? Isaiah, shout out to all the members, of course. Isaiah, we got Sarah up in the building, Alicia, Celine. Sarah, I did respond back to your IG message, so check your DM. What's up, Seafood Boil? What's up, Cheryl? What's up, VSOP? Down South Stitcher. What's up, what's up, what's up, Cheryl? Celine, did I say hi? What's up, Ray? How you doing? Good morning. Oh, damn, you up early like a crackhead, too. I took a nap, so that's why I'm up early, y'all. It's 4:38 a.m. on the West Coast, so way too early. But anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about Funky Dineva threatening to slap fire out of Tasha K. A woman. A woman. And, you know, he was dragging Michelle Atlien. But I actually have a different perspective on the Michelle part. I feel like he's more hurt with that because notice he didn't threaten Tasha. I mean, he didn't threaten Michelle. He threatened Tasha. So we'll go ahead and get into that. But I'm happy that the ladies, they shout out to Michelle, shout out to Tasha. They were on panel the other night, so they got a chance to talk about it. And they kind of laughed at it. So that's why I feel comfortable talking about it and making my jokes, because it would be one thing if Tasha was like, oh my God, I gotta call the cops, but it don't seem like she worries. So we can go ahead and drag and have fun with this. All right, let's go ahead and get started.
They say Michelle Brown started the mess with the stolen car.
Oh, Quad from Married to Medicine, right? Her new dude, he's in some kind of lawsuit for stealing a Rolls Royce or something like that. I don't really watch the Bravo shows anymore, so I can't tell you too much detail on that. But Michelle talked about it. She actually had the lawsuit and she read it, right? So Michelle had actually called Quad, and Quad had said something to the effect of like, "Oh, I'm surprised you called because I know I'm friends with Funky," and she said something to the effect of, "Well, I don't mess with him," or something like that. And so this is why Funky Dineva is responding now. So there you go. And I'm paraphrasing, but he'll say it right now.
A little bit of context. When me and Michelle Brown fell out, and that was around the time, me and Quad had already been friends. Michelle Brown is quoted running into Quad somewhere and telling Quad, "Oh, you playing for the wrong team," meaning she was my friend. And from that moment on, Michelle sank her teeth into Quad, and she go over there and post lies and inflammatory stuff over there about her, the same way she do about me, the same way she do about Claudia, the same way she do about Candy. Okay, and y'all eat it up. And I want to tell y'all something. And I normally don't talk about Michelle Brown on my platform because I really don't care about Michelle Brown. I really don't. Michelle Brown, and listen, she's going to take this moment and turn it into 1,400 podcasts and 1,400 YouTube videos and have at it. The reality of the situation is, while Michelle Brown is sitting over there running her mouth about me constantly, here is the 100% unadulterated truth, okay? The unadulterated truth is that Michelle Brown is sick in her head and she needs to be examined by a doctor. I have lived.
Wow. And mind you, I heard this part already, but it's just funny hearing it again. He said she need to get her head examined. And shout out to Michelle. You know, Michelle is a friend to the show. Wow. Let me tell you one thing. So I do have an opinion, but then I don't. And I mean the opinion regarding Michelle and Funky Dineva's dynamic of their friendship, right? Here's the thing. I can't tell Michelle how to respond, and I also can't tell Funky how to respond either. And this is the reason why. Because again, I'm newer to YouTube. I've been around since 2020. I don't go back into those days. Like, I do know, for example, like before I was really heavily on YouTube, I did watch remember when they went to Chateau Charest and when it was just sticks and stones out there? Remember they went to Chateau Charest? Well, Michelle and Funky, they did that together. So that's like a classic moment. So I do remember that from back in the day. But other than that, I didn't really know about the fallout until when I came to YouTube, and then stuff was brought back up about the whole eviction and everything like that, right? And the funny part is that some people got mad when I said this, but I was like, yo, I think if Funky and Michelle got together and did, a weekly show or just a one-time only show, I think people would love that, right? And Michelle said she would be down for that as long as he apologizes for everything that has gone on. And some of you in my comment section was like, that will never happen. Oh my God, it will never. Like, I don't think Michelle hates Funky the way y'all think. He's literally just commentary. He's literally commentary. So I get what Michelle is doing. He's just commentary. Like, why not? What's going on with Funky? Let's go ahead and drag. Like, that's her thing. But I don't think she honestly hates him.
In Miami for 7 years. Okay. I lived in Miami for 7 years. On top of the 7 years, me and Michelle Brown fell out 3 to 4 years before I even moved to Miami. That is 10 years. It's been a decade without me and Michelle Brown having any sort of contact, communication, whatever. And she still find it her business to sit up on her YouTube channel day in and day out and make it about me. If you go on that girl's YouTube channel right now and search Funky Dineva, 80% of her videos will be about me. So with that being said, who's winning? I won. I've been won. A decade in, and you still find it in your soul to be upset or throw shade or whatever it is you call yourself doing after a decade of somebody not paying you any attention, a decade, and you're still.
Now, that part is not true because it was, when was that when Tasha K had him on his remember Funky Dineva channel went down, right? Because of some kind of vitamins or something that he was promoting. And then he did that interview with Tasha K. Well, he was dragging Michelle on there, so he can't say that he ain't never said anything about this woman. Like, that would be a lie. Like he was on there. Tasha deleted it, so we can't see the proof no more. But it was when his channel had went down for selling those vitamins that were once okay, but now they're not. I forgot when that was. If somebody can tell me the year, then we can examine that. But here's the thing. I think with Funky, he's saying like, I've won. I feel like, well, what did you win? Because technically, Michelle took a step back to where and I want to ask Michelle this too. I'll ask her privately, but why didn't she really swing her dick around? Now, proverbial dick, not real dick. But like Michelle was really the one that started all this blogging stuff and really took it. Am I back, y'all? Oh shit, did somebody strike me? Or was that my internet? My internet is not working. Can y'all see me? Damn. Okay, anyway. So when you talk about success, right? Here's what I get to just in case my internet cut out. Michelle chooses to live a private life, do her own thing. She chooses to really just have her investment properties and make her money that way. Where compared to Funky and also me too, we make our money from doing the whole internet thing and everything like that. However, with Michelle, she didn't want to take it to the next level. She didn't want to do the TV shows and the appearances and stuff like that. She took a step back herself. So I feel like her level of success and his level of success, that's not the same, What's up, Joy? What's up, Jackie? All right, let's continue.
Still going. Have at it. Because here is the reality of the situation. I own Michelle Brown. I own Michelle Brown. Michelle Brown is the only person I know that don't like me, that know more about my life than people that like me do. People I don't like, I'm not in and out their social media feeds. People I don't like, I'm not on their channels. People I don't like, I don't discuss. And sure, some flippant bitch gonna be like, yeah, but you discussing her now, you must be bothered. Nah, it was relevant to the story. I just brought it up.
Thank you, VS.
And I'm going to take it a step further. Here is why people like Michelle Brown do what they do. Because Michelle Brown has done a very good job of cultivating an audience of people who are similarly disenfranchised like her. They are people who are conventionally unattractive, who are miserable, who feels like the world has not given them everything they deserve. And they're also a very niche group of people. They're a group of people who feel like they get shitted on in life because they're a Black woman. Because they're a Black woman.
Here we go. Why does Funky do this? But let me ask you guys while I let him finish, and then I'll comment on this later, right? I want to say this. Do you think that Michelle is jealous of Funky Dineva? Is she jealous of him? Y'all can be honest. Do you think that she's jealous of him, or did she feel like, oh, you shouldn't have made it this far? Like almost wanted to gatekeep him and block him from success. Like, I just want to know what you guys are saying exactly. Okay, a few of y'all said no, yes. I got yes, Kathy, Winnie. He's spinning never, he's just loud and wrong. VS said nope. Ain't nobody jealous of that guy. No, hell no. We got the ATLians and the Funky Bunch. That's what he calls his people, right? The Funky Bunch. I like this. I like this. See, I like being the neutral spot. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I am loving this drama going on because it distracts me from fighting with Team AARP over there. So thank you, Funky. Thank you for creating all this chaos. Thank you. All right,
Michelle speaks very well to that group of women who are, oh, they hate Black women. That's her tribe. That's her tribe. And it's a bunch of bitter, unattractive, miserable people. Those are her tribe. And that is why Michelle is able to sit up over there and tell lies that people know are lies. And they just run with it. They just run with it. They just run with it because you want to hate me so bad. And it's something about my light that bothers you so bad that you rather sit over there with her and hate. Again, my life.
Okay, so I want to address one thing. So let me go with the Black woman thing first. And I hate saying Black woman thing like that, like making it like a bad thing, right? In this YouTube space, especially when you do celebrity gossip and stuff like that, you get into this gender war thing, and I really hate doing the gender war thing. Like, you know, as far as like, oh, you're attacking women or you're talking about women, and then sometimes it's all like, well, no, I didn't say anything bad. I didn't use any cuss words. Like, I'm just talking about the subject matter. So sometimes you get it just to get it, right? But then there's things that you say, particularly like, oh, she has a group of these Black women who are bitter. And so you get what I'm saying? There's a way that you can say it like, hey, this ain't a gender thing. Like, I'm just giving my commentary. And then there's one thing when you directly say, you Black women, da 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 da, and like these miserable Black women are over here. Like, not everybody that follows her is miserable. I think that's taking it way too far. Now, can you say, oh, those women over there, they like the mess? Yeah, because I mean, that's why everybody is here right now, right? That's why they go to your channel. They like the mess. So I think, to be fair in this space, then yeah, of course. But to say like they're all bitter and she speaks to these bitter Black women, I don't agree with that. No. Because you never really know who's in her chat. I mean, for one thing, I do know that she has people heavily involved in politics. She has people in business that follow her. So you can't just typecast her whole thing. Oh, and what was the second thing? Hold on.
Life is an open book. There is enough that you can read me about in my real life that you don't.
Oh, that was the thing. She lied on him. I've only heard Michelle talk about how he ruined her house, and then how he likes snow every now and then. And y'all know what I mean by snow, right? I've heard her say that. Now, is he doing it currently in today? Like, when she say, yeah, I know he's doing it right now. I don't know that. So yeah, we can say, okay, that's not true, right? Or we don't know that for a fact. But again, regarding him messing up her home and things like, I mean, it's true. Now you could say, well, damn, it's been 8-9 years. Well, shit, what you want? Like, what you want me to say? You know, what you want me to do? Now you could say that. You can make an argument for that, but you know, I wouldn't say that she goes out and lies on you. Like, be specific when you say that.
Don't have to make up. But here's the bigger story. The bigger story is the reason why I don't get bothered by the stuff that Michelle Brown does.
Be nice.
She doesn't like me. That's what you're supposed to do. That girl don't like me. I'll take it a step further. That girl hates me. So you can't get mad at somebody who dislike you or hate you for doing the things that people who dislike people do. That's what she does. But what is sad about it, and where I will always win over Michelle Brown, and why Michelle Brown is always going to be mad, is because everything Michelle Brown has tried to do against me for over a decade has not amounted to a pile of shit. She ain't stopped nothing. Michelle, you big, fat, funky, frowsy bitch. And I'm going to do you one better. While we on the line, Oliver saw your ass at the Nene Leakes show, and he came back and reported that you still just as musty, still just as stank, and still just as funky as you was 10 years.
So Michelle actually spoke to this, and she said her and Oliver were cool. I guess they were at the when Nene Leakes did her podcast or whatever. They seen each other, and they were cool. You know, had a good rapport or whatnot. And so she said it's surprising that, oh, this is what Oliver said. She said something like Oliver had a tight wetsuit on. So how he know anything about being funky or whatever, right? But anyway, with Funky saying that, that's throwing his friend under the bus, because I'm pretty sure Oliver could, or I don't know if he's still going to be, a guest on Nene's podcast. Like, that's kind of ruining that relationship. So you throwing him under the bus. And let's be honest, I'm not even saying Funky is lying about what he's saying, right? I'm not even saying that. But you're throwing your friend under the bus and telling him, and you're putting this publicly and ruining his relationships, his potential opportunities. Like, damn, you can't tell nobody shit around here. Let me just tell you that.
Ago, when me and you stopped talking, when me and you used to go to dinner and you smelled bad, why you sitting up on your YouTube always talking about me, you fat, funky, fish smelling, frowsy, fat bitch? You need to take your ass to the nearest Epsom salt factory and sign up for a customer appreciation tour, and you need to be somewhere talking about that. And you need to soak your big, fat, funky, frowsy.
That's hurt right there. That's hurt. Now, this is why I said it's different between Michelle and different between Tasha. And I'm going to even go this far, and Michelle might get mad at me. I think Michelle has some hurt too. I think Michelle misses her friend just like Funky misses his friend. I feel like they both miss each other. Do y'all feel that way? Let's do a 30-second countdown. Do you feel that Michelle and Funky Dineva miss each other? 30 seconds. Let's go. All right, I see barely anybody agrees with me. All right, let's go ahead and move on.
Fish smelling ass in a tub of apple cider vinegar. Michelle, undeniably, you sit on social media and make up stuff about me. You do. You stay talking about stuff that ain't got no relevance. Michelle, every single person, including Nene Leakes, talks about the way you smell. And it brought me,
it
bothered me that a decade later, people are still talking about the way you smell. You have had to be stank for so long that you are no.
Now, here's the thing. Nene done invited her on her trip for her birthday to London, done had her on the podcast. They've been in close proximity together. They just was at a restaurant a few weeks ago, right? So obviously Nene has no problem. And here's the thing too. If your friend just there just stinking, you ain't gonna say like, hey, you know, like, what, you know, like what do you like? You just around them, and you know, it's one thing when you work with somebody, but this is your friend and you just have them around and you not saying like, hey, like, why don't you try to do this or that? Like, come on now. Come on. Now, can you be off one day, like you forget to put on deodorant or something like that? Yeah. But to like say like you don't hang out with this, you done hung out with this person around them all the time, and the way Funky and Michelle used to kick it, you ain't said nothing like now she funky after all this time. Like you ain't said like, damn, well, what do you know, like, oh, do you like a cherry blossom? You know, the women love cherry blossom. That scent from Bath and Body Works. They love them some cherry blossom. If you ever want to impress the hoes, get them cherry blossom anything. See how I snuck in that hoe? Oh, shut up. It was a joke. Don't be calling me misogynist. Shut the hell up. Let's continue.
Blind to it. And here's the gag. Talking about her ain't even worth shit. The bitch scary as fuck. The bitch scary as fuck. I'm back in the city. The bitch ain't gonna come outside.
Oh, you don't like cherry blossom rose tea?
She ain't gonna come outside. She gonna sit back. She gonna go everywhere she know I'm not at. Because that's the type of scary bitch she is. And she gonna sit up and be stank somewhere. Like.
But the thing is, I do see Michelle out. Like, she'll go live from her car or when she's at a restaurant. Like, she goes live all the time on location. So she's not scary. And she's always outside. But then I'm all like, well, what you mean? Like, she don't come. Like, what you trying to do? Like, you trying to do something to her? That's why I don't want to go to Atlanta. Y'all too messy up there.
A decade. The next time she do a video and she get to talking about me, all I want y'all to put in the chat is hashtag a decade. This is the longest I've talked about this girl since we fell out over a decade ago. And I'm gonna be very honest with you. I regret this shit already. I regret it already because I broke my streak. I honestly regret doing it. I regret doing it already because I would never want to give her the satisfaction of thinking that I am somewhere thinking about her because I'm not. I'm not. And I know she gonna sit somewhere and her minions gonna be somewhere and be like, but she must be popping. You must be bothered because you gave the last 15 minutes of your show to Michelle. If that's what y'all need in order to sleep easy at night, then have at it.
Dogs in here.
But here is one thing, two things, three things that we know for sure that a bitch will never be able to take away from me. And I'm looking you dead square in your face, motherfucking Michelle Brown, and I'm telling you this. I'm not in the same place you left me in, love. And that's the win in itself.
See, I think his whole thing is that he wants to prove Michelle wrong. He wants to prove her wrong. And granted, you making money on YouTube. Like, who cares? He wants to prove her wrong. He still feels that he has to prove her wrong. And I think even Michelle say, like, you know, your channel growing. Like, Michelle never hates on him to where, oh, his channel sucks. I've never heard her say his channel sucks. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I've never heard. Now, you know, addict, all that other stuff. Yeah, I'm not going to even pretend, oh, she never said anything mean. No, obviously she has, right? And it's getting under her skin. But as far as his channel and what he's doing, no. But, you know, with the whole Fox Soul and all that, I know that he has, that she has mentioned Flop Soul and that kind of shit, right? What's up, Make It Make Sense? No, so I took a nap after I ate and stuff like that. That's why I'm still up like a crackhead, y'all, because I took a nap. I just woke up a few hours ago. All right, let's get back to it.
That's the win in itself. I'm not in the same place you left me in. I've left your ass in the dust, and you have had the esteem, honor, and pleasure of sitting back in your reclusive state and watching me pop my shit for the last decade. While 10 years later, you still stink. 10 years later, you've got no shows, no new opportunities.
Damn.
In the world of Ozempic and Mounjaro, you still find a way to gain weight, which is, for the life of me, I'm not understanding, because you always had a little bit of money.
At least she's rich. See?
You still finding a way to get fatter, and then you still ate Michelle. Even if you gotta line your clothes with baking soda before you leave, you still got the audacity to talk shit about people, and you smell like a canal in the middle of Minnesota. Yes. And I'm throwing Oliver all under the bus, and Oliver do forgive me, but Oliver came back and said last week when he saw you at the Nene League show thing, when you went over there and tried to talk to him, you was stank then, and 3 people came back and said you was stank at YouTube Black.
Why you throwing everybody under the bus like that? He all like, this person said you stank, this person said you stank, this person said you stank. You done threw everybody under the bus. Like, come on now. It's dumb. It's dumb at this point. But like I said, Zaleen, I think Zaleen, you said it. Nene would have said something. That's what I was saying too. Nene would have been like, hey, you need to wash your ass. Nene would have said something. What's up, Bama girl? How you doing? What's up, Coco? One thing about an enemy, they don't wish you well. That said, it burns her. Oh, let me read it here. It burns her grits that he isn't in the low place anymore. So you think that she wants him in that low place? And mind you guys are free to speak your mind. I don't mind. Just don't no threats. Funky gonna do all the threats for you, but just no threats. Okay. So you feel like Michelle is mad and upset because Funky is out of that place where, he was having trouble. He was, not paying the rent, trashing places. And so she wants to bring it up to like remind him as a point to like knock him off his pedestal every time. Is that what you're saying? Let me know if I'm wrong. And again, thank you for your comment. I appreciate it.
Now, you don't gave me every STD on the man. I'm nasty. I'm on drugs. I'm on crack and all of this. And let me tell you something. Baby, I might have smoked all the crack from here to Timbuktu, but a bitch ain't never said I was stank. That's one thing about it, and 2 things for sure. My name might be Funky Dineva. You lied, good and goddamn well. That was dog food. That was dog food that was busted at the front door of your condo, but you wanted to make it seem like I had doo-doo. Like I'm sitting there living in a house with doo-doo at the front door. A house that you came to every day and picked me up. But catch this tea, bitch. In the midst of me living in that house with that doo-doo, bitch, I ain't never smell as bad as you. So here's the thing.
I was going to say, so Michelle... Damn, Michelle played the video again of when she went through the house, and it looked like boo-boo to me. I ain't gonna lie, it looked like boo-boo. Now, should she had took it and got it sampled? Maybe, but from what it looked like either way, if it's boo-boo or not, the place was trashed. That's the honest truth. Whether it was dirt or what food or whatnot, the place was trash. Like, that's it. So now he and then he goes back and said he just admitted it right now. See, I'd rather stank than be a crackhead. I don't know which one I prefer. That's a tough one, y'all. I'll think about that and I'll give y'all my answer at the end of the show.
Until Michelle Brown is able to walk these streets and get 3 consecutive random reports that she smelled fresh, you sitting up with some stale ass box braids, fat as a goddamn U-Haul truck, cracking stale ass jokes, junkie Dineva, and whatever else you be saying. Here's the funny thing. After a decade, that girl don't know nobody I know. That girl don't know nothing about my life. I don't even know what she's finding room to even still talk about at this point.
Wait, hold on. Because he said she don't know nobody I know, but you just threw Oliver under the bus and said Oliver told you she stank. So y'all do know the same people. And he's back in Atlanta now, so it's surprising that they haven't seen it. Maybe they don't hang out at the same spots. I don't know. They haven't seen each other.
That girl don't know nothing about my life. That girl, at best, she knows somebody that's like, oh, I saw Funky Dineva at Red Lobster. That girl don't know nobody that I know. But until we get 3 random reports that consecutively that you smell fresh, I'll never feel any ways tired about you. You old, you fat, you stink, you're not smart, you're non-degreed, you're washed up, your self-esteem is in the dump, you don't have a man, you don't have a baby, 2 things that you wanted, but your pussy was too corroded to get. Nobody in Atlanta sees it for you. You think you doing something because you be with Nene Leaks.
You never ate at Red Lobster before? Yo, they got this new menu or something like that, and I seen like these garlic crab legs. I was like, damn, Red Lobster done stepped up their game. But back to Funky. So it's interesting that he says he doesn't know anybody that knows her, but then he's going back and forth saying that people done reported back to him and all this other stuff. I feel like they should just call each other and talk on the phone. Honestly, to tell you the truth, they need to just call each other and talk on the phone. This man is hurt. He's still in. Maybe it's not even a hurt like I want him to be. I want Michelle to be my friend again. It's like hurt, like, yo, you're hurting me because like you're bringing up my past, and I want to show the people that I have changed. I am not this person, anymore that you keep showing. And so I think he is hurt. He's just not saying it that way.
And Nene, what's she doing these days? You have no access to any celebrity circles. You have no access to any networks. We have not seen you on any TV shows, any specials. You don't host anything. You don't get any bookings. You don't shop better than me. You don't eat better than me. You don't live better than me. You don't ride better than me. You don't vacation better than me. You don't have better friends than me. You don't smell better than me. You're not smarter than me. You're not more articulate than me. You don't have more weight in this space than me. So what you saying, bitch?
Wow.
What you saying? And moreover, when is it going to be done? When is it going to be done, Michelle? This like the sweet tea and quad thing.
I wanted to say something too. This is what I forgot to say. Well, no, I said it in the beginning. Michelle, more or less, this is just like internet shit. I don't think she honestly cares as much as he thinks she cares. Like, this is just some internet shit. Like, you a celebrity. Like, in a way, Funky Dineva is a celebrity. So you just another celebrity that I talk about. Now, you just happen to be a celebrity that I actually know. And so, yeah, whenever there's something about you, I'm going to drag you. And I think for Michelle, she doesn't take it as personally as he does. This is just fun. It's kind of like, oh, I hate to make this comparison, but you know how we talk shit about Jaguar, right? At least for me, some of y'all be going on the deep end trying to get her arrested. For me, talking about Jaguar, right? That shit just fun because the lady's crazy. She's Looney Tunes. That shit is just fun. But I don't wish any ill will towards her. Do I think that she needs to be committed and put into an insane asylum? Yes, I definitely do. She definitely do need help because she got some screws loose, right? But in the interim, I don't want nothing bad to happen to her. Does that make sense? Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense to y'all. There's some people, they're just like internet people, like, oh, okay, I just talk shit about this person, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, see, y'all got, okay, thank you, Sarah, Wanda, Bama Girl, yeah. Long John, so I think they closed all those down, right?
It's like the sweet tea and quad thing. Drop down in the comments and please let me know one thing that Michelle Brown got going on better than me. Michelle can't go nowhere I can't go. She can't shop nowhere I can't shop. She can't eat nowhere I can't eat. She can't live nowhere I can't live. But on the flip side of things, I can do all those things 10 times better than her. Oh, Q, this is borderline bullying. No, the fuck is not. That girl got 10 years worth of comments, all about 10 years worth of videos about me. And this right here alone is going to give her another 10 years worth. Have at it. And see, I'm changing up my tune a little bit because I normally don't address other YouTubers and bloggers and all that. Tasha K, you and
let me pause it right there. So again, I go back to what I originally said. I feel like with Michelle, because some of y'all said, oh, she can't get no hosting gig, she can't do this, she can't do that. I feel like she doesn't want that. Whether that was something happened and this is why she doesn't want it. You got to remember, she was posted on the Real Housewives way in the beginning when the show was actually good. She was posted on the Housewives and everything like that. So we can't say that she didn't have any kind of impact or nothing, or she wasn't offered any deals to appear on the show or appear on other Atlanta-based shows. We can't honestly say that. I just feel like she just didn't want the attention. And some people are more in the background where I don't want to be in front of the camera as far as, you know, opening up my life and sharing things. I'd rather just be in the background and make my money that way. Yes, she does the YouTube thing, but she actually makes the money from the blogs and her investment properties. So I feel like she wants to be more like that than, okay, I want to be the celebrity and really out there. Maybe at one time she did, but she probably second guessed it or whatnot, right? But now, because I had made a comment to Michelle, I was all like, oh, you must got you a team now. Because remember, she was doing all these photo shoots and everything like that. And she was traveling and all doing all this other stuff. I was all like, oh, she got her little team behind her. Well, now we know she was going to be a part of Nene's show. So it makes sense now. So maybe she is like, okay, I'm ready to step in front of there, you know? I'm ready to step in front of the camera and all that.
Another one. You another one. I've tried to keep my peace with you. Okay? But Tasha K, I want you to know this, and you can put this on record. Okay? You can put this on record. The next time I publicly see you, I am going to walk up to you and I'm going to slap the shit out of you. And then I'm already just throw my setup and be ready to fight your husband. And the sad part about it is I actually like.
This is crazy right here. And not you, Ducky. No, I gave you the thumbs up because I appreciate your comment. Thank you. And remember, you guys are allowed to say whatever you guys want to. I don't mind. Why? How it go to that point where you just want to slap the fire out this woman? Wow. And then said, I'm gonna just throw my setup because I know I'm gonna have to fight your husband. And this is the thing that I was talking about, because again, there's this whole gender war thing, right? And so okay, no, I don't hate black women, but then you say you wanted to slap Tasha K. Let's continue.
like your husband a lot. I have no problems with your husband. You, on the other hand, Tasha, you the same raggedy bitch that every time you see me in public, it never fails. Every time you see me in public, you run up in my face trying to be my friend. The last time it was at Spoon's Them wedding. Back up before that, it was at Spoon's Them dinner. I walked in, Tasha K and her husband was sitting at one end of the table. I went and sat down at the other end of the table. I said hello to everyone, including Tasha and her husband. I went and sat at the other end of the table. We get to the end of the dinner. Here come this bitch bringing a chair down from the other end of the table. She gonna come put a chair next to me, talking about so funky, trying to talk to me. And I said to her, Tasha, I don't want to talk to you. I'm not interested in being friends with you. Tasha's response was, Funky Dineva, how can you say that? You don't know me on a personal level. And I said to her, and you've done enough for me to not want to know you on a personal level. I don't want to be your friend. And you sat at the end of that table all but begging me to try to be your friend. We let that ride.
I feel like Tasha K has fought men before. Y'all feel like, put a 1 in the chat if you, no, I'm not saying that it's okay for him to say what he said, but I feel like she fought a man before, right? Put a 1. I feel like I heard her say that. But anyway, but my point was, I think it would be a good fight. It would be a good matchup. Now I'm getting dragged for saying that. Anyway, y'all, I can understand why he would be mad at Tasha K, right? A couple of things. One, if you're going to talk ish about me, don't then be sitting up in my face trying to be my friend. We hate that, right? We can all agree that we hate fake people. We hate that, oh yeah, I'm going to drag you, but then I'm going to be your friend privately. Like, no. For me, it don't work for me. No. If you like me, you need to like me in public, not that fake phony shit. So I understand that, right? But then, did they have that kind of bond, or did they have that kind of friendship to where Tasha is not going to mention him or say anything bad about him? I feel like that's two different things. Like, for example, if I knew a friend was going through a hard time, I would not talk about it. Like, even if y'all ask me, like, oh, AT2, you want to talk about it? What? Huh? I don't know anything. And Tasha will tell you she only loyal to her family. That's it. She's only loyal to her family. So she's not going to have this whole, oh, I'm not going to talk about you, or I'm not going to make you content thing. She is going to make you content. So you either accept it or you don't. That's how it is. But let him finish.
I told you, Tasha, I don't want nothing to do with you. Whenever I see you, though, we'll speak and it's cool. Industry courtesy. Ran into you at Spoon's wedding. She was the MC and the person with the mic, interviewing the people, asking them what they had on. I can coexist with anybody. I got out the car. I saw that her ass was MCing it. I rolled my eyes. I put my big boy panties on, and I said, let me go do the interview. I did it. She did the whole what are you wearing thing. I played nice in the sandbox. We get ready to leave the party. I'm leaving. Me, Carlos King, and his friend drove. We leaving the party. I'm sitting in the car, waiting on Carlos. Tasha come walk her ass up to the car, want to hug me, talking about, even though you don't fuck with me, I'm going to keep hugging you, and I'm going to keep trying until you be my friend. She said, I'm going to keep trying, or something she said. These bitches will see you in person and want to be your friend and smile up in your goddamn face. But then they always, Tasha, you somebody who sat in my face and let it be known you want to try to be cool. I'm the one who told you I'm not interested in being friends with you. Then what you do? You go on Instagram, you take a picture of the little post I put up yesterday. I text Tasha personally. I texted her on the side.
So I didn't see this post, but it was something like his underwear or something like that. I don't know.
And I put, why don't you take this down? I don't bother nobody. I stay in my corner. How about you stay in yours? Something to that effect. She read it, but didn't respond. But then went back on the post and gonna try to read the baseboard. Bitch, my house just got cleaned by my MF and housekeeper. Y'all seen James did it. My bathroom is distressed wood and chiplac. Okay, so that discoloration that you seeing, that is the natural color of the wood. She'll go on her post my baseboards. That's the shit y'all do. You don't have to like me. Okay? You don't have to like me. But y'all cannot say, what do I always say? I don't discuss other YouTubers. I don't discuss other bloggers. I don't bother nobody. I don't bother Michelle Brown. I don't bother Tasha K. I don't like this. When I wake up tomorrow and...
So, real quick, because there's always this discussion about, oh, bloggers shouldn't talk about bloggers, YouTubers shouldn't talk about YouTubers, blah, 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 stuff like that, right? I agree to a certain extent. Like, I'm not just going to randomly just pick on a YouTuber and just drag them for no reason. There has to be a reason why I do it, right? However, I do think when you're in this space and you are a larger content creator, people are going to talk about you. And again, Funky has been on TV, so he's not just a regular YouTuber. He has been on TV. Don't he have an IMBD? Like, so he is somebody that you can talk about, and he says controversial things, so people are going to talk about it. Now, if he wants to speak directly to Tasha K and Michelle, that's his right? Because he has a relationship with those people. And again, I kind of take Tasha K for how she is. Like I said, she says she's only loyal to her family. When someone tells you, I'm only loyal to my family, what part are you not understanding? Why are you shocked? Like, anything that Tasha would say or post about me, I'll just be like, oh, okay, whatever. She already let me know. She's only loyal to her family. She don't give a damn about the rest of all of us. She don't care. So you trying to... And again, I'm not trying to say that I blame Funky or anything like that, right? For the way he feels. How he feels is how he feels. But again, the loyalty that he's expecting from Tasha, he's not going to get that. And it's not necessarily loyalty. He's expecting her not to ever speak to him, or, I mean, not to ever speak about him. But they did have some kind of relationship, because remember, and shout out to VS Icon, I remember now when he got his page taken down, Tasha K called YouTube and was all like, hey, how can we resolve this, blah, 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 and help them get his channel back, remember? So she has done a favor for him before, and she has done something for him. Now, does that mean that he owes her anything? No, I don't think he owes her anything too. Like, you did me a favor and that's it. Now, being on YouTube for almost 5 years now, you guys, I realize just because you do a favor for someone doesn't mean that you're actually cool like that. Don't ever expect any loyalty from any of these YouTubers like that. No. There's a few YouTubers I keep in my back pocket because I know they cool people and I know I can trust them. But the rest of them, I let them fall out. I let them fall out of my pocket because I know at the end of in my back. The damn. Well, I was saying something important, but basically, I know the rest of them all fake and shit. That's what I know. I keep the ones in my back pocket that I know I can trust, and then the rest of them, I'll just say, hey, how's it going? You know, how you doing? Shoot, trust me, I learned the hard. Listen, all this stuff I went through this weekend, trust me, I know. Don't ever think these people are your actual friends. They are not your friends. I'll give you this rule. If you haven't met the person in real life, they're not your friend. I'm going to just give you that. If you have not met them in real life or made a plan to know them in real life, they're not your friend. They're just internet people. And I hate to put it like that, but shit, that's all I've been feeling lately. And hell, I even go with this. Even when you meet the motherfuckers, they still ain't shit. Don't make me do my rant. Don't make me do it, because that's what got me in trouble. Hell, I'ma say it. Let me tell you. Sometimes it's either people on the internet or people that you meet, right? They ain't shit. You know why they ain't shit? Oh, let's break it down. Because they mama ain't shit, they daddy ain't shit, they great grandma wasn't shit, the great grandpa wasn't shit. Because they had kids, the offsprings ain't shit, the dog ain't shit, the birds ain't shit, the iguanas ain't shit. Whatever animal they got, those animals ain't shit either. So don't trust these people. That's my message for y'all. If y'all take anything else, clip that bitch. You know. Sorry, you know I'm a little mad. Oh, you talking about my mama? Let me get off of here because they're about to clip this real quick. They're about to clip this. All right, y'all. I just wanted to play that. Like I said, Michelle did respond back to it. Shout out to her. I will go ahead and actually drop the link for Michelle's video real quick. Actually, let me see if I can play a little bit of it. Okay. Because she actually had Tasha come up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, so we done with Funky. We got the point. And then let me do.
He's so hurt about me because he hurt me. I didn't hurt him.
He mad, and he is so mad that I apologize to you too for letting him come on my platform and drag you like that. He is hot.
But why would he be? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand the psychology of him being the victim and me being the big bad person who is trying to ruin his life. Like, I don't understand where that came from.
You're doing your job. You talk about people. That's what you do.
Well, yeah, I'm just talking about where it started from, though, Tasha.
Yeah,
it started from
you were his friend. Like, y'all were definitely friends.
No, we weren't friends. If he refused to pay the bills, it's shit all on my house.
I'm talking about before. I'm talking about before all that happened. Like, y'all was cool. He wouldn't even have a monetized.
Yes.
He wouldn't even have a monetized YouTube channel if it wasn't for you.
You're right. He wouldn't. Mm-hmm.
He would not be getting paid. He actually called me when you garnished his check to help him get ungarnished.
Yep, they sent me the whole thing. I remember that too. Mm-hmm. I was dealing with Google with legal at Google, child. They helped me.
I said, "Fuck you! Why you ain't got no business? A LLC? The garnishment is against you. Like, why you ain't starting no business? You're a business. I know you ain't
First
paying
of all,
taxes."
he tried to put it in his friend's name.
No way.
He put his AdSense in one of his friends' name. Then when the year ended, his friends was like, I'm gonna have to pay taxes on this. And they fell out because he didn't want to give her the money to pay the taxes on the money that she had been earning under her social.
Damn. By the way, I've made this mistake before in the past. Do not think you're helping somebody out by putting something in your name And especially when it's something about you getting money tax-free, do not do it. Anybody tell you to put something in your name because it has something to do with like you're gonna have to pay taxes at the end, you will eventually get screwed over. Be careful with that. I'll tell y'all that story another day how I got screwed over because it happened when I was young. I was 18.
And he still ain't got no LLC to this day. I don't understand why he would even.
He ain't got no house either. Let's start there.
I didn't know that. I thought he bought a house, Michelle. I know you gonna find out the wine in the real estate in the real estate industry.
Yeah, the agent then posted the videos, child.
No way. He said he bought it. He literally made a video saying he bought a house.
He lied.
It is easy to buy a house in Atlanta. Anybody can
I got the rental listing and everything. He lied. He paid $4,700 a month, and he had to put first and last down. Mm-hmm.
You are. I need some wine. I'm good. $4,700.
I just sold that house so many times. I sold it again.
$4,700 for a house in Atlanta.
Look, this it right here. Look.
What's the square footage?
It's,
my house is being rented out. It's almost 6,000 square feet.
I'm gonna tell you.
And I charge my renters $5,000. Like, it better be almost 6,000 square feet.
Than this one.
I wonder how come he chose to rent a house instead of doing like a little apartment and then saving up to get a house. I probably would have did that instead, but $4,700, that seems like a lot of money because how are you going to be able to like save up money to get your own home? Or maybe he doesn't want his own home. I don't know. I don't think he's really talked about his finances in that sense. But by the way, I'm working on my credit score right now. I got in the 600s. Congrats to me.
Let me see. Michelle, are you gonna get me in trouble? See, this is why they all.
I'm not getting you in trouble. I'm just doing research. That's all I do.
Our mutual friends are gonna be like, Tasha, what you doing? Being messy, child. Just being messy.
Just being messy. Just a bit. I think it's like 3,000. Oh wait. Is that it? No.
Hey, as long as he's paying it.
I'm trying to find it because I know I had sent it to one of my friends. But this is.
Y'all love to drag me about my uncle house. Some of you are like, you live in your uncle. You live in your uncle house. Yeah, I do. Okay.
Knowing he wants to be like
I still pay more money than you country bumpkins talking about you live in your uncle house. Let's compare our mortgage or our rent together. Let's do that comparison. I'm still might be paying a little bit more than you pay.
The life of the party. So I was like, let me put my little, pride aside, and I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna make him feel, because some people, in order for them to be themselves, they need people to kiss their ass. And so I did just that, just so he would get up and have fun at our friend's wedding, because he ruined their birthday dinner.
Wow.
They had a birthday dinner. I didn't know I was coming. I said, listen, y'all, I'm working late. I will try to make it because I couldn't make it to their boat party, the day party. So I ended up calling them like 30 minutes before. I was like, me and my husband on the way. They were like, all right, bet. So we get there. He shows up. And they met him at the elevator and was like, hey, Tasha's here. He's like, y'all set me up. He was like, what? This is our birthday dinner. We're all friends. What are you talking
about? Thank you, Minx. It Minx, I'm not mad. I love it when y'all be telling me off. It'd be such like, it's not even like I'm trying to be mean. You're not trying to be mean. You're just setting me straight. Okay. Hey, I ain't mad at it.
Talking about. So, and everything had just hit the fan with the Fox Soul Flame on Roast stuff. So he was fresh out the pot, just mad. You know what I'm saying? So like, we get there, he comes over to me and Shaq and gives us a hug. So Shaq was like, he seemed like he cool with you. I was like, that video, he said we weren't friends. We've never been friends. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've never hung out with him personally. We've only talked about business on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Little beefs here and there, but nothing serious. Like, he's met Shaq. He's never met my kids. Nothing like that, right? And so I was like, all right. So I'm talking to our friends. It's their birthday. I was like, well, maybe he seemed cool. Y'all think I should go down there? They all said, yeah. So I went down to the end of the table. I was like, yo, I know we ain't cool, and I don't want to be cool. He gets really loud. I was
Uncouth.
like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm whispering.
Now, I have heard this about Tasha, and this is kind of to add on what you were saying. Like, even though Tasha has 1 million subscribers, like sometimes she'll talk about I don't like saying like we're lower end YouTubers or whatnot, but she'll talk about people underneath her to like keep her name in the algorithm, which is actually pretty smart. I think 2 other people are kind of using her same strategy, that AARP couple. That's why they're attacking me. But anyway, thank you, Stacy. Stacy said, "Oh, the day when Black folk will stop money shaming each other. That's partly why we will not live to our full potential." I would like to dive deeper into that one day, Stacy. I do believe that. Um, and just to kind of speak on it, just like when I said I live with my uncle, right? Well, in the Black community, we like to kick everybody out. And then we want to say, oh, this my house. This ain't your house. This is my house. But the others, they'll be having the grandmas, the great kids, the great grandkids. They'll be having everybody living with them, and they working as a community and as a people. But when we get our shit, we like, oh well, where your house at? Because this is my house. So there is something to speak to that, and I appreciate you, Stacy. Thank you for the donation. And by the way, you can hit the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all that good stuff, because I'm gonna put it in the slot machine.
And I said, but Funky, you don't even know me. Like, for real. Like, and I don't want to know you. So why would you? I said, so why would you get on YouTube and make it seem like we was friends?
Wow.
Like, you literally got up here and made it seem like I stabbed my friend in the back. And you're upset because I allowed Flame to come on my show to respond to you. And Flame is my friend. Me and Flame hang out. We know kids, like kids feeding. Yes. And he got upset because I called him the night before as a courtesy to say, hey, you took shots at Flame. Flame happened to be doing an interview with me already because I was in LA doing a slate of interviews. He's going to definitely respond. Oh, really? I was like, yeah, but y'all can hash it out. But he's definitely going to respond. Oh, you choosing side? You need to pick. Pick who? Who you talking to?
So how you feel about his threatening violence against you? You gonna get a restraining order?
Ain't trying to do nothing. Ain't getting no damn restraining order. Ain't nobody trying to do nothing, bro. Listen, Funky know where I stay. Like, he know I live right next door to our group of friends. Hell, even Carlos live in that same fucking area. He just be talking, bro. How are you mad over a picture that you posted? So people can laugh at me.
He mad at me for me kicking him out. I guess I was supposed to pay the bills. I was supposed to be okay with him stealing money out of my purse. I was supposed to be okay with all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, he need to pipe down. He's so emotionally immature. Like, I saw him talking about, you ain't got more than him. That's what he does. He like tries to flage. And it's like, you really not flaging like that. Like, it's not like that. Dude, I'm in bankruptcy. And I still bring in over $1 million a year. Like, don't play with me. Don't play with me.
That's
like,
the gag. You don't know what I have, junkie.
You understand? Like, and people don't even be out here bragging like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, the most money, I can tell you right now, the most money Funky has ever made, right, was when he was doing that TLC scamming shit.
Oh, with Coach Storm.
Do you know what she's talking about? TLC scammer? Is that a TV show or something? Let her finish. Hold on.
Stormy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. He stopped doing it?
Yeah, it had to. All the products got pulled down except for the tea. The nurses was losing their jobs because it was CBD and their test was coming up positive for marijuana and stuff like that.
Oh. Is she talking about like that tea or whatever that he was selling? Oh, remember that flat tummy tea? That was like a thing a while ago, and everybody was selling that. Wow.
So I even sold it for about 2, maybe 3 weeks. The money was good, but I was just like, when I saw people was losing their job, I just pulled out. I was like, nah, we're not doing this. It's not worth it. And they can get these same vitamins without all these extra, shit in it. But, Stormy still do it. He don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But like, that was the most money. And I hate that it even has come down to this. Like, why is it about like what you make or what you have?
When did it
It's
become
not even about that.
Yeah. Because I'm
right. I don't think they actually know how much Funky made. Funky said what he was making on Fox Soul, he can make that in a month just from doing his own show. So I don't think he's making $250K a month. No. I don't think that. I think if anything, Funky's probably making around, I know Tasha said 20, but I think he's probably making between 30. No, he said it before. He said it. He said he makes about 30 to 50K. I think he said that in the Carlos King interview, right? He makes between 30 to 50K. So what's hold on, let's do two different ones. Y'all know I didn't finish college. Hold on. I ain't good at math. So 50K. So that'll be about 600,000 a year. Say if he has 30K, 360,000 a year. Listen, it's about 30 times more than what AT2 makes a year. So listen, when it comes to the money, I ain't in this battle. I ain't in this. This is rich people problems. I'm broke, so
I'm like, the only person I'm competing against is
for
me.
now.
Like I'm not in competition with him.
Yeah.
For him to sit there going, you not doing this and you not doing this, like, okay, like
That man,
those are your goals.
Let me tell you something. That man will never. When I tell you, he won't even get close enough to even put his hands on me. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's even like, let me tell you, because our friends will say, "Hey, we ain't gotta invite him." You know what I'm saying? Like, no, invite everybody because they want everybody to be, comfortable. But I was like, I don't have no problem with him. But when I saw that he was rolling his eyes when he saw me emceeing, what are you doing? You ain't even seen me, bro. Like, we don't talk. I can see if, like, I just saw you and we just had it out. Dude, the last time I saw you was at the birthday dinner that was 6 months ago. Why are you holding this? Of course I'm happy. Of course I'm like, hey, I hug everybody. Why would I walk past you and not hug you and I'm hugging everybody? That's going to create a problem.
I agree. He doesn't have the emotional maturity to like get through things like that. And it's weird because he still acts like he's like in elementary school or something. So
it's very, you don't have this.
Hold on, we got a super chat. Thank you, Joy. She said, again, I only know a Tasha K, but based on this, I'm kind of siding with Funky. Okay. And again, I appreciate all y'all comments. Like, y'all don't have to agree with me or not. Listen, I don't have no dog in this fight. So, I don't care personally. This story ain't about me. It ain't about my drama. So I'm loving it.
You don't have that. I was like, don't let Michelle pull out the list of properties on your ass. She about can buy that bitch you staying in. I wanted to say that. Like, she about can buy that house right now.
Anyway, the feds might be watching. I don't know anything. I just sit here in my bubble and do my 1 or 2
Don't
YouTube
talk about
videos
the
a
money.
week.
But you know what? All jokes aside, like I wasn't trying to I think like he's built a brand where he's kind of mask cosplaying a black woman.
I kind of disagree with you like if you're hugging everybody, you should hug me too. I don't agree with that. If you know that I don't like you and you don't like me, we don't have to pretend. Just pretend like you don't know me. I'm gonna pretend like I don't know you. You pretend like you don't know me. And I'm cold-blooded. If I don't like somebody, I will pretend like I don't see them, don't hear them. Maybe it's the Sagittarius in me. Is that what it is? I will pretend like I don't even know you. That I've never met you a day before in my life. Y'all better ask somebody. If AT2 is very forgiving, but once he cuts you off, That's it. That's it. That's all.
And it's funny, right? But people don't have to look at him. So it's kind of like, oh, they're not seeing my real persona, but I get to sprinkle my education into it. And he's a very, very, I feel he has a lot of insight into a lot of, situations. And that's why he's grown his fan base, to where it is now. And he's going to continue to grow. However, hold on. So, however, it's like, but now that now that he's grown his fan base with people laughing at him and not with him, and then in between that, he's kind of got fans, right? It's like now he's upset that we're putting out the very things that he puts out in his face. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna whoop your ass for basically projecting me onto me. You see what I'm saying?
I do. And a lot of things that he was saying was projecting too. So
yeah. And again, I know he's upset about you being fake and stuff like that, but yeah, you talking shit. But I don't understand how it gets to that point where he wants to slap her. Like he said, I'm gonna slap you, and then I'm gonna square up with your husband afterwards. That's heavy. That is heavy. And again, this is like some internet stupid shit. For the people on the outside who's not on YouTube, like for example, when I was talking to my family this weekend about everything that happened, they're all like, that shit's stupid. Take that shit down. That shit's stupid. What are you doing fighting with people on the internet? Like, take that shit down. And I was like, all right, let me take it down. So if some shit on the internet is getting you to the point where you physically want to harm somebody, then you have to stop it. You have to take a little break because it should never get to that point. If you want to say Tasha is fake for pretending to be your friend in the face and no. Oh, I agree with you. I agree. I think we all agree with that. If you don't like me, don't touch me, right? You don't like me, don't touch me, don't come by me, don't talk to me, leave me alone. That's fair, right? But to want to slap the lady, like, come on now. We gotta, we gotta pull back a little bit, Funky. That's why I say it's a meltdown. I feel like it's a meltdown. I feel like if he wasn't so emotional, I don't think he would have said that part. I wouldn't, because now again, like I said, going back to the whole gender war thing, now they can use this. This is a soundbite, the soundbite that's going to keep on giving. And I'm the king of sound bites. I'm the king of saying shit and putting my foot in my mouth, right? Just like, what I say, y'all? Let them lie. If they want to lie, that's their business. Let them lie and make the bag or something that I said, lie and make your money. Or they use that clip over and over again. I said it, oh well. There was more context to it, but I said it. I got to eat that, right? So again, this is going to be something that he's going to have to eat because you say I'm a slapper and then I'm a square with your husband. And yeah, that was extreme. Even the people that don't like Tasha and Michelle are even saying like, yo, like that's a little bit too much. And he didn't laugh afterwards, He didn't go, ha, ha, ha. Like that was no. And then I'm a square with your husband. Damn. Ugh. Yeah, that ain't. Yeah, nah, that ain't a good look. And I hope somebody does tell Funky like, hey, that's not a good look. I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have done that, or I wouldn't have said that. I don't think that's the right move you should be making. Blah blah blah. That he got to clean that up because that ain't something that you want out there just like that. Even if he doesn't want to apologize for the way he felt, but just apologize for saying that, he should definitely do that. And again, I don't know if he's going to watch this or not. Probably not. But again, for me, I would apologize for that. Do I think that he wants to actually slap her? No, I don't. But then again, when people push you to your breaking point, I can't tell him his breaking point, right? All I can tell him is that I don't necessarily condone it. I don't condone it. But again, when you get to your breaking point, I don't know. And again, I think we're looking at it from an outside perspective. We don't know him and Tasha's true dynamic because a lot of it just seemed like internet shit compared to, let me say, when I'm beefing with a YouTuber, right? Sometimes y'all are like, AT2, why do you feel this way? Or why are you acting like this? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Because sometimes there's some shit that has happened behind the scenes that you guys don't see. So it doesn't make sense. It just seems like I'm acting irrational. But it's so like, no, y'all, like, this person did X, Y, and Z. Y'all just don't understand it. And it's all like, I don't want to be here hours and hours telling you everything. Y'all just got to believe me while I feel passionate about this person, you know? It's a lot. It's a lot that goes on, and it's a lot of pressure being a YouTuber and putting yourself out there, and then having people judge and dissect you. I'm not gonna say it's easy. However, you got to take accountability for the stuff that you do. And anybody in my chat saying about apologize. I don't need to apologize. I posted the evidence. I've been seeing y'all in my chat. Don't think I ain't seen y'all talking shit. I've been seeing y'all. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get my ass up out of here. I'm gonna go lay down for a minute. It's still dark outside, y'all. It's only 5:50. It's 5:57. Yeah, I'm gonna take my ass back to sleep. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Deuces, we out. Damn, here we go. We out.